Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Hey, I know it's two in a day. I don't know. I don't know. I must be on one. If everyone can hear me, can you please type a one in chat? So, uh, for those of you that are curious about how like Eli Lilly works, and getting your medications through the mail, I have a big, big, big surprise. So, what I'm going to do is, oh, thank you, Ghostbox. I appreciate you so much. Mwah. Um, as like Ghostbox was here earlier, and for those that will be watching this later, I have a huge surprise because I got a box in the mail that we'll be opening. And it is a little time sensitive because it is a temperature sensitive product. It has to be refrigerated. If you do compounds, some of them have to be frozen. So um, I hope I hope everyone is doing well. If you were here earlier, you got to hear about the amazing news that President Trump did make arrangements to lower the prices on these types of medications. And as a little intro, in the world chasing quick fixes, one small box promises something different. A weekly injection born from decades of metabolic science, and its name is Zepbound. So I was on Manjaro, and insurance no longer covered Manjaro. So then I switched to a compound. I did that for a while, and now I am on Zepbound, and it's kind of different. This one's kind of different. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work. It's the same medication, but a little bit of a different process. It's a lot like the compound style. So the GLP-1 and GIP receptor agonist, a molecule engineered not for beauty or vanity, but for the control over your hunger, over insulin, and over the body itself. So today I'm going to do this unboxing for you and check it out because I've never seen it myself. What up, what up, what up? I'm the real G2K. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So I'm very curious to see what's in this amazing box. So this is what it looks like when it came to me. And it is the temperature, it is a temperature sensitive because it has to be refrigerated. And I actually got it next day air. It still took about 3 days from the time of ordering to the time of receiving it. Shamish, it's good to see you again. I've never received it by mail. I've never had it delivered. I've always went and picked it up at the pharmacy or at the compound pharmacy. So this is a first for me. I'm very interested to see how this is going to work. If I keep kissing everyone, everyone's going to end up. Aw. Okay. Happy thoughts for everyone. So, Watcher, I've missed you so much, Miss Watcher. Watcher even got a I do believe she even has like a little membership. And so some of these, so it's short for Samantha's father. I know. You know what? I'm finally I'm finally going to be back on here regularly, and I'm going to be doing it during the day where I was doing my streams in the evening, but I think it would be much more advantageous and for me and conducive to my lifestyle to just pop these out during the afternoon. Ghosts can't get pregnant. I like the daytime ones because then I'm not like I'm full of energy and I'm not so like, okay, well, I gotta get ready, and all that stuff. When I really would just like to just lay in bed and listen to y'all's streams. Extreme Paranormal, good to see you. Let's go, let's go. Okay, so if anybody in the chat not know what a GLP-1 is, I'm sure most of you have heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. There's Trulicity. There's quite a few of them. And I myself, my doctor suggested that I attain one, and, so I did. Ghosty says, "Surely, but it's not beer that created the belly." Well, it didn't create mine either. That was sheerly my adrenal gland and health issues. And as you well know, I did make a true crime deep dive. I love you so much, Miss Kaylee. And I'm so happy to see you here. I've missed you much. Miss Sun Honey, good to see you. So for those that haven't heard from it, a GLP-1 is basically it helps manage your insulin. So like when you eat certain things, your insulin goes up and down, right? And so it helps kind of like micromanage those. Whereas Alita says hi. Um, it helps kind of manage those and helps your body process your sugars in a more healthy manner. And Ma Brat, um, I was obviously having an issue with that. Like I don't know if I want to say that I was a GLP-1 deficient or if it's just helping micromanage what's going on with my body physically. Uh, it has done nothing but wonders for me and for many other people. Um, IYQ2 was in here earlier. She said that she had heard that there was quite a few like weird bad side effects or whatever. And honestly, I can't say I cannot complain. I really can't. I a little bit of indigestion, some tiredness. I don't let me see. I'm trying to think of things that were just so outstanding that it made me uncomfortable. All I can really say is like the first time I looked at food after I didn't like the idea of food for the first day. It just nothing sounded delicious. Nothing did. And I think it probably maybe like 2, 3 days in, then I was like, "Oh, I feel like I'm like ready to like really get down and eat some good food." But I can say this, I don't crave sweets. I used to be a serious, serious monster drinker. I now drink water with electrolytes in it 24 hours a day, totally. Um, I have started back on some coffee, but I take a scoop of protein and I put protein in there. I do protein shakes and then I eat regular food too. So let me catch up with chat just real quick. Let's see, because I don't want to miss anybody. Ma Brat, hi hun, Sun Honey, it's so good to see you. Be kind and drop that like button. Amen. And I think it might have been Extreme Paranormal that got you that membership. I'm the real GTK. I would like to report that I was, but if I did, it would be lying, so I can't do that. At EP25. My doctor talked to okay, sorry. My doctor talked to me about getting on one. Okay, I'm no doctor. I'm just we all know that. Inky's not a doctor. Um, my doctor specifically said Monjaro. I guess it depends on if it's for sleep apnea or if it's for diabetes or if it's over just like weight management. I guess it would be between the two. So Zepbound is for like weight management, where Monjaro is more for your like A1C diabetes type situation. If there's also sleep apnea. So if you have sleep apnea, that also will qualify for Zepbound. So my doctor specifically said he chose to put me on Mounjaro because it had the least amount of side effects. Now, I cannot attest for side effects for Wegovy or semaglutide, which um, is Ozempic. Ozempic is a semaglutide. Now, I cannot attest to any of that because I had never tried it. He said that it had more side effects and the outcome is a little less than Zepbound or trizipatide is what the actual pharmaceutical name is. So if your doctor suggested it, as long as you don't have any mens, I don't remember what the actual acronym is for like mens 2 or thyroid cancer issues, then you're probably going to be okay. The only things as far as side effects is one was like I think I had a little bit of a tummy ache, um, a little bit of constipation, which you can expect because your digestive system slows down. So you don't get to go as regular. You throw a little bit of extra food in there, some proteins and some fiber and stuff, and that will help clear it out. Magnesium. I put 2 scoops of magnesium in here. Um, in my drinks, and it helps keep me fairly regular. I know this is such a weird topic to talk about, but it is a side effect. Um, and burping, you know, uh, when I was swimming every single day, I had some like little air bubble in my tummy. But I mean, if that's the worst case scenario for me, I'll take it. Let's see. Oh, thank you, True Crime. She says, I look pretty. I miss you. Beautiful. It's finally growing back. Thank you. I don't know what happened, and you know what? It's funny that you say that. When I was going through all these medical things, like, my hair broke off. Like, my hair was, like, this long. I even tried putting a weave in there just because I had never really had short hair except for once, and everything was just nothing was working right. Like, I couldn't walk, I was gaining weight, everything was just weird. My hair broke off. It was just everything was just funky. Yeah, I don't even I can't even understand it. I'll probably never understand it, and I'm just thankful that I had, some of the amazing doctors that I've had because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. I could promise you guys that. Danny and I were laughing and wondering if you all will ooh, I'll leave that one in the bushes. Rent paid. Thanks for the extreme. Aw, he's very kind. Kaylee, thank you, thank you. Mm, no. So, let me answer some questions. So, MRH asked if I am diabetic. So, I am not your typical type 1 or type 2. I'm actually, it's called brittle diabetes. So, most people, when they eat, their blood sugar goes really high. And then when they don't eat, it kind of drops low. So, mine would do exactly the opposite, where when I when I didn't eat, my blood sugar would be really high, and when I did eat, it would drop too low. And then there is a as as um as my little bestie over here, Kaylee knows, when I was at the doctor, they did a CT scan, an abdominal CT scan, and that's when they had found out about the triple A that I had, the blockage in my legs. But they also noticed that there was a tumor growing on my adrenal gland. So I think that the tumor has a lot to do with the being hot, the abundant amount of weight that I gained very, very quickly. And I'm not talking, oh, you gain a couple of pounds a month. No, no, I gained like over 50 pounds very, very, very quick within like a very, very short period of time. I mean, it went on quick. So, which is, it's just crazy because I haven't really changed what I eat since I've been on the medication. So let me just clear that up, except for the Monster. Like I don't drink caffeine and I don't eat sugar really anymore. Those are the only 2 things that have really changed. Everything else has been normal. I normally eat a healthy diet. So it has something to do with it managing my insulin levels and how it's using the insulin. So I can say that's what's worked for me. She says most doctors are just medication pushers. You know what? I kind of wish like my vascular surgeon would have pushed. I'm also on another injectable medication, which is called Repatha. And that one is to help lower your cholesterol. And in the meanwhile, why it's not just lowering your cholesterol, it actually helps clean out your arteries at the same time. That medication is amazing. Amazing. That's another one. And if you have cholesterol issues where you have arteries, main arteries that are, more than 25% blocked, and you're having, issues with that, I would definitely suggest talking to your doctor about that one also, because that also helped keep me here with you guys. Because I really honestly didn't think I was going to make it. And it got to the point that I was hard for me to take the little bit of energy that I had left to do any streaming, and I feel horrible for abandoning you guys. I do, I do, I do. And I still tried to keep in touch with, you know, a few of you that have been fairly close to me, and, kind of keep you updated on what was going on, but it was not easy. G2K gifted a tainted member. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Extreme. Woohoo! Look, Kaylee go, 99 cents. Oh, I love her. Mwah. You all are amazing. You truly are. And I appreciate every one of you for being as patient as you have been with me. And if you haven't noticed, I did revamp the channel. So, um, because true crime is such a heavy topic, it's such a heavy topic. And I need to make sure that I stay in a mental healthy place, and make sure that I'm portraying a healthy place also to you all. We're going to become more victim centered more than situation centered, or um, case centered, or law centered. Instead, I prefer to go the route of being more victim centered, and how and what we can do to keep ourselves in a mentally healthy place, especially when you have the things that go on YouTube. We need to stay as mentally healthy, sane. I mean, if you weren't, I think I said this in chat. I'm not sure whose chat it was. I'm not sure if it was Watchers or Leanne's, but I was like, if we weren't 5150 before we came to YouTube, then we'll probably be 5150 after we leave, because it is, it can be very stressful, especially when you have people that are doing things that are just unnormal. I guess is the only way I can say it. Very unnormal. Um, yeah. And thank you very much. So Ghostwalk says stress and diet can cause hair loss and breakage too. Has had hard for women, especially to go through. I tell you what, I don't. I can attest to it. It's taken 2 years for me to grow this back. Believe it or not. G2K, much love from G2K. Yes, yes, yes. Great Pill Podcast. It's so good to see you. Oh, I've missed you all. You guys are amazing. Traveling Fools, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Don't forget to smash that like button. Leave your DNA on there. Psh. So Watcher says, I have a friend who has had really great success also. And it's an amazing, amazing medication. That's all I can say. Yeah, exactly. If it makes you feel better, go for it. Okay. Kaylee, look at her go. She is such a sweetheart. Everybody, throw a heart in chat for Kaylee. She's a doll. I've missed her so much. I did just say about the revamp channel. I'm probably behind in chat. I know you guys are going too fast for me. I can't keep up. Kaylee says, I think that's a great idea. That's the way you've always cared about it anyway. So this is right up your alley. Oh, thank you so much. And I mean, it really is what I've always wanted to do. And so I do appreciate those of you that are sticking with me through it. My poor channel name's changed umpteen times. I've taken it offline. I put it back online. I've been here. I haven't been here. So you guys are just amazing to me. I couldn't go veggie. I like mutton too much. What is mutton? Is that sheep? Is mutton sheep? Well, let me get to this also. And I'm not a vegetarian, but I will say, if you do get on the medication, protein, 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 protein shakes, protein drinks. Make sure you eat lots of protein. You have anytime you diet, you risk losing muscle mass. And so to prevent that, you have to combat that with protein. And I believe it is like 1 gram per your desired weight. So if you want to be 140 pounds, then you want to do about, 140 grams of protein. Um, that is what will help maintain your muscle mass versus, just being called skinny fat where you're thin, but it's just you lose the muscle and all you're left with is skin. And or goat. I can't remember goat. The ball gag crab. I know. I love the ball gag crab. I'm tongue tied. That was the funniest video. I do believe I have it in my section on things that make you laugh. And it was hilarious. One of these days I'll play it again. It was so funny. Kaylee she'd get me to laughing. I needed diapers. I needed diapers back then. It was hilarious. Thank you so much, Extreme. It says, we are all so proud of your success and your courage. What an amazing job. Stand up strong and get the word out. I am truly trying. It still makes me laugh so hard. I still have it clipped. And Kaylee was sleeping, mind you. She was sleeping. She's like, what's so funny? It's hilarious. IYQ2 was in here earlier. Yeah, she's amazing too. So if you guys haven't got to check it out, I did do a live stream earlier. President Trump, the amazing person he is. I know a lot of you will disagree with me, but I'm always going to be a Trump supporter. Has made sure that the prices for this medication, for any of the GLP-1s, has been reduced to a reasonable rate for those who really can't afford it. So, I mean, out of pocket, if you were to buy the medication out of pocket in the box set of 4 pens, it is anywhere from $1,300 to $1,600. And he is lowering the prices. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? I had my notes from earlier. I found my notes. So by April 2026, Zepbound medication for Medicare patients will have a fee of only $50. And it should be in a multi-dose pen instead of the single dose pens that you buy now at the $1,600 per box, and it's 4 pens. And then for like the semaglutides will be from $1,300 down to $250, which is amazing. I mean, there's so many. Oh, my phone is just going off. There's so many people out there that would love to be on these medications to help them manage their insulin levels, and they just can't because they can't afford it, or Medicaid or Medicare or any of those insurances just don't cover them, or they refuse to cover them. So this is an amazing new step for, getting America healthy. Whoa.
Insurance coverage for newer medications.
I don't know what that was. Look at what Google's doing. It's listening to me, you guys. Past victims can make it so the future don't have as many. Exactly. And if we can get ourselves mentally, physically right, it'll be better for others in the future. I know. I tell you what, Google's always listening. So you have to be careful what you say. Have you ever noticed that you'll be talking about a subject and next thing you know, you get the ads on your phone? That's why. So, back to what I was saying. So, I believe Trump said that, like the trizipatides will be like 1,400% lower in cost now, as of, I think they said by the end of this year, which will be by the end of December. And then also it'll be available to everybody no later than April of 2026. But let me get to this because I know I'm curious of what's in the box and how it looks. And it's also temperature sensitive. So again, this is what the box looks like when I got it in the mail. I already opened it, and I'll tell you why. Because it says no sharp objects on here. And I opened it with a sharp object, but I used the little surgery safety scissors. So, but it says no sharp objects, I'm assuming, because it could cut the insulated pack. Talk with an expert. So it comes with this little card. Oh, so it's like a little checklist. So before you leave the pharmacy kind of checklist. So let's see what else. Then you get a little Lilly Direct. It says introducing an improved shipping experience. This is so cool that they can ship something and keep it at the perfect temperature, because it has to be refrigerated between like, I think it's between like 38 or 48 degrees and 50 degrees or something. Hold on, I'll tell you. Oh, and this is good. This insulated pack is good up to 55 hours. Not that I'm going to leave it in there, though. Damn it. I'm trying. I'm trying to stay on task. I know that's my ADHD. Don't mind me. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I can. So it comes in like, like you get those little, says lift from bottom only. I guess I have to take the whole box out. So, like those little cheap little styrofoam coolers you can get at like Walmart. That's what's in there. It says lift from bottom only, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. Hey, I guess if I ever need a temporary little ice chest thingy. Too bad it doesn't come with little handles, but it comes in this cute little ice chest. Little foam ice chest thing, which is freaking amazing. It comes with, I'm not sure if I ordered these separately. I would have to go back and look at my order sheet. But so in this little plastic pouch comes 2 gauze 4-ply 30 weight 2x2 sterile gauze pads, and then it also comes with the insert for the medication fact sheet. It comes with alcohol prep pads at 70% prep sterile, and then 8 of those, and then 5 syringes, 1 ml. So they give you they gives you an extra syringe in case maybe you drop one or break one or whatnot. So you get these nifty little things to do your injections. So the difference between this and compound is, the compound I was getting, the syringe already comes pre-filled, kind of like the Monjaro pens come pre-filled. So this one is going to be different for me, because this one I'm going to have to do it myself. Someone should add her Cash App link to this stream on YouTube to get money. We donate. Wink, wink. Aw. You know me. I very rarely have ever done that. So I'm assuming this is the medicine. And then it comes with a bunch of these little ice cooler packs to keep it cold. So in the box. 1 second. If I knew how to do that at the moment, I would do it, but I've never really been big on that unless I was doing bingo. Okay. Okay. I'm just protecting myself. As you all know, there's some weirdos out there. So this is what the little box looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says Zepbound on it, and it says trizepatide 5 milligrams, and then it says subcutaneous solution vial. But I marked my little name out, because there's some, not that everyone in here probably doesn't already know it. I'm using my non-sharp object to open this box. No one saw that, right? We can see it. So now, how they don't do the like one single vial that you have to draw from the one single vial. They actually individually pack each vial so that you know exactly how much you're taking, and you just take, I'm assuming, take and fill up the whole syringe with what is in the vial, because that's your dose. Now there's some out there that take one shot per week. Me, I didn't want the side effects, so I take and split my dose. Instead of taking 5 milligrams, I just take 2.5 and 2.5. But that's me. I'm a baby. I'm weak, and I don't want to feel sick, and I don't want to feel poopy. So I don't particularly want the side effects. So let's open this. I'm only going to open one because it is sterile. And then this is what the little vial looks like. As you see, it says Zepbound on it. So I'm assuming that you just take and you withdraw the whole solution. You're letting it get warm. Fridge. I know. It's all got to go in the fridge. And it can't be in it's not supposed to be in sunlight. It's a peptide, so you can't shake it. It's not like a normal medication where it's actually a peptide that your body naturally makes. So every time you eat, your body makes this GLP-1, which tells your brain that your belly is full. Basically, the medication is a mimic of that. It just lasts longer. So you have that longer period of time that it says, hey, your belly's full. And then the second part of the GLP-1 is, which I believe is a GIP. It also helps regulate the way your body interacts with your insulin. So I got to put this back in here and keep it refrigerated for a moment until I'm done. I'll have to help you with linking your Cash App. Aw, thanks, because I'm not, yeah. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even remember what it is. Oh, you silly goose. Now, for a long time, like, I knew Mickey's house was enormous. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Oh, you're gonna leave me. And gets to this chat. Oh my goodness, you're naughty. It's okay. So just remember, if you yourself have ever thought about it, or someone has suggested it, you know, don't worry about what other people say, because some people will have a stigma behind it. They'll be like, oh, you're cheating or this or that or whatever. It's not even about that. It's about you micromanaging your own health and what you think is better for you. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't give a one iota what anybody would say, because I know I'm in a healthier place than I was a year ago. I'm in a healthier place than I was a year and a half ago. I can get out and do things that I couldn't do a year ago. I couldn't walk. I probably wouldn't even have tried swimming. I probably would have drowned at that point. But I mean, I'm in a better place physically, mentally, emotionally now than I was then. And I'm actually on my 14 weeks. So it's only been 14 weeks since I started it. And I'm down approximately 35 pounds from where I started. So I think that, you know, We got to do what we think is best for our own mental health, our physical health, our emotional, everything. You can't worry about, oh, this person says this or that or whatever. No, it's not like that. You got to do what's best for you. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Katie. I love you muchest. I know. I don't want to get in my emotions or my feels, but it was probably the hardest thing to do was look at myself in the mirror and be like, what is going on? Trying to get out of my bed just to go to the bathroom was a mission. So, yeah. So for those out there that, you know, I'm a full 100% supporter. That's all I can say. We got to work on us. It's not what people say or think, it's about what you deem necessary. Exactly. Whether it's going and seeing a therapist. I mean, we those of us that have been through trauma, some people are afraid to see a therapist. I've seen a therapist before, and um, there's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist for our traumas. There was a point that I couldn't drive a car. Um, I would have to be driven around. Now I can drive as much as I'd like. So, I mean, we have to work through those fears and through the things that are inhibiting us from being the best version of us that we can be, and take the things that people have said or done to us and be like, you know what? I'm putting that aside. I need to worry about what's inside here and making sure that what's in here is in a healthy place. Gray Pill Podcast. Oh, thank you, honey. I still haven't found an email yet. I have looked and looked and looked. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm going on 8 years of therapy, yes. And anyone who wants to come up is welcome to come up. I always have to go find the little just remember you have to show me your face so I know it's you and I don't get, pee-bombed or something. And I'll have to put my headset on. I don't have my headset on right now. CPTSD is very real, and we can overcome it if we can take care of our health and mental, physical, so forth. Yep. Amen. And sometimes we put our mental health aside. We don't think about, how it's really affecting us or even the people around us. Um, Even though we may not see it, it can very well affect those in our closest vicinity. I'll have to keep an eye out for the box because I don't have my headset on. So I won't know if I hear the little back doorbell ring. Autocorrect, CPTSD. Yes. I didn't even know what CPTSD was. CPS. Oh, I see what you did wrong. Yeah, it's CPTSD. I didn't even know what that was before this. And it was advised to me by a very close colleague friend. You know, she was like, you don't have just PTSD, you have CTP or CPTSD. So, yeah, it's, and if you don't know what the difference is, so PTSD is like over a one time instance where something like you get in a car accident. So that's a one time instance situation, where CPTSD is over a long period of time where things happen over and over and over and over again until it kind of just like beats you down, beats you down, beats you down. Sam says, I don't do therapy. Well, it may not be for everybody, and sometimes it takes time to acknowledge the fact that sometimes we need someone else to talk to, or we need someone to vent our emotions or feelings off onto, or to even ask them, hey, is what I'm thinking, is this normal, or is this not normal, or how do I deal with this emotion or that emotion, etc. Extreme says there is a lot of people out there that don't understand or like therapy. With that being stated, never feel like you can't reach out. I wished I had a long time ago. Yes, amen. Continuous punishment sounds like dating redheads. Uh-oh. See, I think you have PTSD for maybe dating redheads. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I have to get the medication in the refrigerator. And then I'm hungry, so I need to eat. I really do. So for those of you that are out there, I love you all. Mwah. I do. And thank you for coming by. I appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. And thank you for your patience and understanding. And I hope I have some things lined up for the way the channel is now. Oh, hold on, Great Pill. Wait, I just need to see your face for just a minute. You could just sneak in an eyebrow or something. It didn't show. I hope that's you. I think it is you. I don't think anybody else would have known. How do I get this darn thing in there? See, I took it out earlier. Now it's broken. Okay, just give me 1 second. See, I'm doing this all raw. Well, hello.
Hey, lady, what's going on?
So, did you know that if
Can you
we
hear?
have, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Like if I don't have my camera on, it like takes my whole screen off. I don't know what that's about, but
That's
probably
I don't
fixed.
know. I'm back on StreamYard now since I'm here. I'm clicking the camera on off, so it's weird. So I don't know. It just showed my avatar. I don't know. I'll figure it all out when I get back to streaming. But I just want to say this. So I did see your email. Been constantly reaching out to you. I'm glad I'm hearing from you, even if it's just little shorts or little videos that I see. So that give me a sign that you do have your 10 fingers and toes. I think you're the most beautifulest person inside and out. I just want to make sure that you're good. That's it. So,
Oh, thank you so much. Are you emailing me at taintedinkinc@gmail?
check it out. Yes.
Because I haven't received it. Let's check.
At yeah. Try it now because I just sent it like a few minutes ago. Subject should be.
Yep, I just got it.
Okay, good deal. So
Okay.
yeah, anything
yes.
happens, just vent or yeah. You got all of it.
Okay. Yes. Now I got it.
I'm gonna let you get to it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, make sure you send it to this email because like, I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. And I felt really bad. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm a
No, you're good.
softie. I can't help it.
It all worked out. It's fine. It all got worked out. Like yeah, I'm glad everything's doing better. Yeah, so my cousin, he's pretty much going through it himself. He had like a lower back thing, and so he has gout. So I'm pretty much hanging out with him for a couple of weeks, so to make sure he stay on point with what to do. But unfortunately, sometimes he's a bit hard headed, so I'm giving that tough love. So
and that's
where
painful
he's
from
at.
what I understand.
I'm glad. Very, and he liked to play Russian roulette with his life. So he know there's a list of stuff where he can and can't eat. And it's wild because we went through a whole list the first week, and I'm like, okay, I can work some meals out, and he can meal prep. He got his other containers and stuff, so He knows what he shouldn't be doing. He's a big guy, so he knows he's got to be stretching and stuff like that. So he just reorganizes his room so it could a little bit be a more. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's amazing that you get to be there with him for that. Because then he has an accountability partner. You get to be his accountability partner. So it just, you know what? And it takes, you said he likes to play Russian roulette. And that was something like I argued from the day that my vascular surgeon that came from a renowned hospital, Stanford, he was like, oh, you just need to get some exercise and I'm going to put you on a statin. And I'm like, I can't walk. I'm like, how am I supposed to get exercise? And, you know, when the doctors did go in there and they saw how bad it was, they were like, well, that's why she couldn't walk. You know, it was like, it was just so quick. Does that make sense? Like it went from like 50% to 75% to like 100% so quick. It was just like, it was a downhill slide. And I mean, and it was dissecting within, I want to say within 2 months, it went from like 75% to 90 to dissecting within those 2 months. Yeah. He was planning on just going in there with like a little baby bottle brush going, you know, cleaning stuff out, but nope. He ended up having to put a stent in there. And it's like basically from like my belly button to probably about an inch before like where your pelvis bone is. So there's a stent in there. Yeah. And it's just like, wow, that escalated. That's a word that Kaylee would use. She goes, because she was on the phone with me when the doctors came in and told me that this was going on. She's like, well, that escalated fast. You know, I'm just like, well, I wasn't expecting all that. You know, it was just crazy. And then I sat for a year like that until I found new doctors. And the new doctor was literally, he was like, well, do you want to watch it or do you want surgery? I'm like, just do surgery. By the time he got in there to do surgery, which was scheduled the following month, it was already dissecting. Yeah. So you have to be your own advocate, especially when it comes to your health.
You do. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to do it for you. But if you do have someone to do it, that's where, you know, the whole teamwork and anything come in. So it's good that you got some doctors and you look for some other avenues, because usually most people just stick to one and let that one tell you whatever. Don't look for a second or third opinion. So that's good.
No, I'm not that type. I'm not that type at all. I was just, and I don't like being argumentative, but when it comes to my health, I could look at a doctor and be like, this lady or this guy has no idea what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, I need to find a different doctor. You know, and I may like try to listen to him just a little bit, but it lasts probably seconds. Yeah. It'll last seconds and I'll be like, nope, screw this. And I'll be like, no, you know, and I'll start barking and arguing, you know, and I don't like being combative or argumentative, but when it comes to your health and in my situation with, you know, me having my children, I'm like, if something happens to me, what's going to happen with them is how I look at it. So I'm like, I have to take the best care of myself I possibly can. So, and I'm glad that you get to be there and be his accountability partner and someone who can help walk him through it. Cause I've heard that is extremely painful. So
yeah, he's very, very hard headed. So that's the tough luck. Cause I don't bite my tongue with him. So if I see it, I'm calling it out. He knows it. He knows it.
And so, that's good.
He'll lie straight to my face. He'll lie straight to my face. He's not a good liar. So he'll be like, yeah, I stretched. I'm like, you didn't stretch, bro. Yeah, you did. Was you here? I could tell if you stretched. I had back problems before. It wasn't nothing major, knee surgery. I've done stretching. I've done the workout. I've done fitness before. You're talking to the wrong guy. This is my avenue. I could tell if you stretch. I could tell if you did something like stretch on your lower calves, to back your calves, under your feet. I could tell. You walking like you look like you got a diaper on you. Like that's how bad it is. Yeah, it was that bad.
I can tell you this. I don't know, even after I had surgery, when I'd wake up in the morning, like it would feel like I was walking on pins and needles. And since I've been on this medication, I do not have that feeling anymore. It is the weirdest. It took away more than what people don't understand is peptides take away more than just like watching you manage your weight. I don't have inflammation anymore. I have lupus. I don't have back pain, shoulder
Yeah.
pain. I mean, I was able to get off of 3 or 4 medications just by adding one. Is it worth it to
Yeah.
me?
On my end,
I
yeah,
was
yes,
starting
it
to look
is.
like a
On my
pharmacy
end, it
next
was.
to my bed.
Oh, he is. He got the whole kit and caboodle, the bags, the containers, and he be like, "Yeah, I get my medicine." Like, ain't no way. I most of me is to be a vitamin or Pepto Bismol once in the blue moon. That's as far as I want to go. So, knock on wood, I'm trying to keep it there. I like you said, same way you know your body, I know mine. If I feel a little twinge or something, hey, let me go soak, let me get a little good little walk, let me get a little stretch, and that's it. Especially most guys, because I do warehouse, I do welding, I do all that stuff. So we're on concrete 24/7. We beating the heat. So most of us guys, when we get burnt out, we're just like, okay, let me go grab a 6-pack, let me sit down, kick your feet up. But when you do that so consistently, it do more harm than good. So, because all you're doing is setting in all the soreness. So,
Mm-hmm.
something to think about.
You know, I hadn't really swam as much, except for when I was young, like in high school, college. And I was like, you know what? Because I was able to start walking around and moving around, I'm like, I need to get a pool. And that is my goal over the winter, is having a indoor pool finished. And I would swim every day for at least 4 hours, constant. It wouldn't be like
Oh,
floating on a
nice.
floaty. No, it was like I would do laps, just sit there and lap and lap and lap. And I noticed things like my lungs were clearing out from, smoking
Mhm.
and all the inflammation and stuff. I mean, in the first week of being on the medication, I think I dropped 10 or 15 pounds in the first probably 2 weeks. And I think that's all from the inflammation from, you know, when your body has sickness, you carry inflammation that you don't even know you have. You carry inflammation in your head, you carry inflammation in your
Yep.
organs, and people don't even realize it. It was like I said, like when I got up and I would walk, I don't feel the pins and needles on my feet, on the bottom of my feet, like they would hurt, like the balls of them. And I'm like, it
Yep.
feels like I've been running around in high heels for like a month. And I think it was just
Yep.
like the inflammation and stuff. So there's lots of good that can come out of, certain medications. And I'm not, when I was younger, I was like, I don't ever want to be on anything. And within 5-6 years, I'm not joking, it was looking like a pharmacy next to my bed. Now, instead of it looking like a pharmacy, now I have vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin K, protein, uh, all kinds of, stuff that I take during the day as far as vitamins and health stuff to help keep your body flowing like it should be, instead of adding these foreign things to it that's not healthy. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Ghost says people used to get their toes and feet amputated before anesthetic or for gout. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot going on with that. Yeah.
Says it's excruciatingly painful. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Crystals growing
Very.
in your blood are razor blades, like razor blades. Is that what it is? Is that pins and needles feeling?
I could ask him now. He right here. Hey,
Wow.
cuz. Somebody got a question about gout. So when it's active, somebody said it feels like razor blades, like pins and needles.
Yes, it won't nobody touch you. You don't give a fuck who it is. Won't nothing touch you. But I do know, or they active now.
No, we're just having a conversation.
They when it is active, you know the Tylenol I give you, the arthritis. 2 of them are 650 milligrams because it's the arthritis nerve. If you take 2 of them whole, when it's active, you're good to go.
There you go.
Wow. Well, I hope he feels better soon. I really do.
My ass won't be able to move.
Yeah, we're getting there. But I'm not talking to you. I'll respond to her. But I'm gonna let you go, so because I'm actually starting cooking.
I know. I need to cook too. I'm starving. I'm starving, Marvin.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming
you have a
up.
good one, lady.
You too.
No problem. Keep in touch.
Most definitely.
She got you.
Go says most of the pain is swelling. The bone damage comes from the uric crystals cutting the bone. Very interesting. And that's what it felt like when I said, like, I couldn't get up and walk. It felt like when you go to the gym and you have all of that that lactic acid in your muscle, like you've been to the gym and you way overworked out. That's what it felt like for me to walk. It would be like, dang, it feels like I would get 10 feet and it would feel like I was just at the gym for like nonstop 24 hours. It was crazy. I guess it would be kind of similar to like the feeling of when people have gout when they walk around, but except for mine was up in my butt. I told him he's pee whipped. Oh, that's not nice. Well, I appreciate you all hanging out with me for the unboxing. I've never got to open something. I've never had it shipped to me before. I've never got to open anything like that before. So this was fun. Now I get to put it in the refrigerator and save it for maybe next week. So I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your evening. If anyone is going live that is still in chat, please feel free to drop your link. Please. Extreme, if you could drop your link, you guys got to check out. He's going to have ghost videos. It's going to be great. Go straight to the fridge. Do not pass go. Then some food. Yeah. I think I'm making tacos for dinner. Yep. Oh, there is something in there. I know. I am so behind on how to use StreamYard anymore. But anyways, let me jump off here. I hope you guys got to enjoy that. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, taintedinkinc@gmail.com, or you can also post in my community page if you have any questions. I love you all. Have a great evening.